Hey guys, Brian here, Stogie Review, IPCPR 2017. I'm here with Jesse and Steve, and they doing something a little interesting to me, a little different than what you're seeing in the other videos we're doing. They're making a movie, a documentary. Maybe I'll let you guys tell me about it. So it's called Hand Rolled Movie, yeah?
Hand Rolled Movie. Well, it's actually called Hand Rolled, a film about cigars. Our website's handrolledmovie.com, and on social media we're on there as Hand Rolled as well. So yeah, we're making a film on the cigar industry, basically humanizing the industry. And then Steve, want to tell them a little bit more about it, so I'm not the only one talking?
Yeah. So we started in January production in Nicaragua. Basically, the whole deal is, we want to do a film that portrays the industry through stories, through human stories, all the way from the lowliest workers in the farms and factories, all the way to the top head honchos in the industry. And the reason for that is we want people to understand at the end of the day that this is a very different product than anything else on the market. This is not a cigarette. This is not something that's factory produced. It's about, probably somewhere around 1% of the overall cigar market, premium cigars that is. And the amount of time it takes that's put into each individual stick and the human hands that touch each individual stick is a story in and of itself, and that's the story that we hope to tell. Yeah. At the end of the day, if you watch our film and you never make the association between a cigarette and a cigar ever again in your life, I think we won.
Absolutely.
So
the film is called Hand Rolled, so we're really focusing on the hands in the industry. People that know about cigars know that roughly 200 to 300 pairs of hands touch a cigar from seed to the time that you actually smoke a cigar. So we focus on that big time throughout the film, along with all the stories that are involved.
Yeah. So what inspired you guys, got you thinking about, hey, we need to make a documentary about the cigar industry?
Well, we're commercial filmmakers. That's our day job, and we wanted to do a documentary. We wanted to get into that field. So we were tossing around ideas, and we said, hey, you know what? We smoke cigars all the time. We're big cigar fans. There's nothing on the cigar industry. Why don't we make a documentary about the cigar industry? So we actually took a year of pre-production, of focus grouping, of planning. We came out to IPCPR last year to meet people. We took all that time to get ready for this, and then we started filming in January. So we've been in it already a year and 7 months actually, because we want to do right by the industry. We want to do right by the film industry as well. We were shooting it on a red Epic W, which shoots up to 8K. So we are really doing everything we can to make this the best that we can possibly make it.
That's a lot of Ks, 8.
That's a whole lot of Ks, yeah. You're not going to be able to use that in the States.
So you're cigar smokers. What's got you into cigars? What's the story behind?
I started smoking when I was 18. I was in college. My buddy and I said, hey, let's go grab a cigar. We went to a cigar lounge in Ohio where I was going to college at. Grabbed a Romeo y Julieta, and we got to our apartment and realized we didn't have a cut or anything, so we took a pen, stabbed it, because that's all we knew, and we shared a cigar for our first cigar. And then that's how I got into cigars, and after that it was a done deal. I ended up buying a humidor a year later, started collecting cigars, and I do collect cigars now as we speak, and we smoke cigars all the time. I don't know, when did you get into cigars?
Yeah, you guys tied me down by the pool one night and forced me to smoke one. I yacked horrifically after that, but tried it again a few times, and rest is history, really.
You didn't learn from your previous mistakes.
I learned. We're good now.
So when do you guys think this movie is probably going to see the light of day?
The hope is next year around this time. We're actually, fingers crossed, hoping to premiere here at IPCPR, maybe. So that would be ideal.
Yeah. Our end goal is to get the film with Netflix. We're talking to some people there, and that's the biggest goal right now, is to make sure this movie gets to Netflix, and that way the most amount of people can see the film. And we'd love for people that aren't cigar smokers or want anything to do with cigars or tobacco in general to see our film and have a new appreciation for cigars. So that's the end goal for us.
That's the fun thing about documentaries. You don't really have to know much about the subject matter beforehand. If it's done well, it's interesting, and you watch whatever. I've done that before myself.
Yeah.
So that's what I like about this idea. I think it's a great idea.
Yeah.
So Pete Johnson had mentioned this was kind of something he was very passionate about doing. How did you guys meet up with Pete?
Oh, man, that's a funny story. We were at IPCPR last year, excuse me, We didn't know anybody in the industry, so we were just trying to make connections and try to get people to allow us to come film at their farms and factories. A lot of people just thought we didn't know anything about anything, really. They thought we were just the bottom of the barrel guys, basically. So
They weren't wrong.
They weren't wrong. Yeah. So it was the last day of IPCPR, kind of like today. Pete was actually cleaning his booth up there, getting ready to break down, and we stood outside the booth contemplating whether or not we should walk in and talk to him. He was the last guy we were going to talk to, so we ended up talking to him, told him about the project, gave him our 2-minute elevator pitch, and he told us he wanted to be on no matter what it took. He wanted to be part of it. He wanted to see this film done because he believed that this industry needed something like this. And he's been our biggest supporter ever since. And yeah, it's just been a great relationship, and we love working with him, and he loves what we're doing, so that's all we can ask for.
So if someone was interested in contributing, manufacturer, retailers, whatever, either financially or whatever other means, would come in handy for this project, can they do that, and how would they do that?
Yeah, they could definitely reach out to us either on our website, which is handrollmovie.com, or on any of the social media platforms. We're at Handrolled on Instagram and Handrolled the Film About Cigars on Facebook. So you can look us up through any of those platforms. We do our best to respond to everybody, to every inquiry, no matter what it is. So
we actually do have a donate tab also on our website. So if people just want to throw down $5, that's a way they can do it. If they want to actually reach out to us and chat about stuff, that's great too. And we do stuff like with Daniel Marshall, we partnered up on making this humidor, and that's just a way for us to auction it off and raise some money for the film also.
Oh yeah, I'd forgotten there's a humidor under the camera here.
Yeah, Daniel Marshall made us this humidor with our logo, and this week we got it signed by some of the greats in the industry, and each manufacturer threw in 5 to 10 cigars, so we have a little over 100 cigars in here right now. This will go up to auction and raise some money to make this film happen.
So where's that auction going to happen?
We don't know just yet, but we will definitely be posting about it a lot on social media and on our website, and we'll let people know as soon as that happens.
So out of curiosity, you've got a proper production level movie going on here. What does it cost to pull something like that off? I'm just curious.
Yeah. You can do a documentary for $5,000. You know what I mean? We're close to the $500,000 range with what we're doing.
Okay.
Yeah, it's gonna take a bit of work and a bit of money.
Yeah.
But we want to do it right. We don't want to make our first documentary just to make a documentary. If we're gonna do one, especially for the cigar industry that doesn't have a documentary or anything like this right now, we're gonna do it right, and we're gonna do it well by the industry.
Definitely worth doing right.
Absolutely.
I saw a little clip of it on Pete's phone, and it looked sharp, and he said, "No, this is super rough. It's a trailer, but it looked nice. It looked really nice."
Thank you.
Great. Well, thanks for taking a few minutes to talk to us. And
Thank you.
so handrolledmovie.com,
right.
is that correct?
Handrolledmovie.com.
Go there,
That's
check
it.
it out,
Absolutely.
look for them on the socials.
Yep.
Best of luck, guys.
Thanks.
Thank you.